Audible is the leading provider of spoken word entertainment and audiobooks, ranging from bestsellers to celebrity memoirs, news, business, and self-development. Every month, members get 1 credit to pick any title, plus 2 Audible originals from a monthly selection, and access to daily news digests from the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and the Washington Post, as well as guided meditation programs. Between a full-time job in IT and a full-time job in podcasting, it gets harder and harder to sit down and read the books I'm interested in. This is where Audible comes in. I can listen on my daily commute, relaxing, or while out running errands and still get in the books I've been wanting to get into. You can download titles and listen offline anytime, anywhere. The app is free and can be installed on all smartphones and tablets. Now you can try Audible risk-free with a special 30-day free trial by visiting audibletrial.com/nerdery and murdery. That's audibletrial.com/nerdery and murdery. Don't let your busy life get in the way of that great book you've been wanting to read. Go get your free trial of Audible today. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. This is Jeffrey, and we've talked about many times before that I experience problems and struggles with my mental health. And really, without a healthy mind, being truly happy and at peace is hard. The good news is therapy does work. It's helped for me, but what is therapy exactly? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're not feeling motivated right now and would like some tools to help. Or maybe you're feeling insecure in relationships at work, or you're not dealing well with stress. Whatever you need, it's really time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles, and it's time to start feeling better because you deserve to be happy. And now you don't have to worry about finding an in-person therapist near you to help. BetterHelp is a customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. So join the millions of people who are seeing what online therapy is really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself because you are your greatest asset. And there's a special offer to Nerdery and Murdery listeners. You can get 10% off your first month of professional therapy at betterhelp.com/nerdery and murdery. That's betterhelp.com/nerdery and murdery. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this podcast.
Hi there.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent. We're going to do a bonus episode today.
Nice.
Just a little nerdery.
And no murdery?
No murdery.
Oh my God. How am I going to survive?
Oh, I think you'll be okay. We're going to talk about music today.
Cool. I'm all good with that. We had our murdery bonus last week.
Yep.
Keeping that very current, very up to date.
Yes.
And excited to have a bonus nerdery now.
Bonus nerdery.
So I'm Jeffrey with no murdery today.
And I am Zig with the nerdery today.
Take it away.
Well, thank you, sir. We're going to talk about 10 indie songs you need in your playlist. Now, we will have another episode of this in episode 24, where we kind of do this again.
Yeah, November 14th.
November 14th, thank you. This should be out somewhere about October 10th-ish. So, yeah, in about a month, you'll get another one of these.
So, a little pre-taste of the next episode that you do this.
Now, I have made a YouTube link. You can go and hit this right now. It is available to peruse, so you can hit all of the videos on a YouTube playlist.
And I've listened to all of them.
Nerdery and Murdery Indie Songs, I think is what I've got it titled. So,
okay.
But if you type in Nerdery and Murdery, it's the first thing that should come up. So yeah, it's instead of doing albums and stuff, we want to just talk about indie playlists or indie songs that didn't get their due back in the day. Some of these are fairly recent, and some of them are a little older. The first one I want to talk about is Ceremony by New Order. This is an incredible tune. Now, the thing about this song, it was originally a Joy Division song that they didn't release. They re-recorded it as New Order, and I personally prefer the New Order version. You can go out and hear the Joy Division version. It's good. It's not as good as this. I want to say when they included the second guitarist, Jillian Gilbert, who went on to marry Stephen Morris, the drummer, they needed someone to come into the band, and they needed someone who could play keyboards and guitar, and they asked Jillian, who was a friend of theirs.
When did this song come out?
1981.
Okay.
This is before Blue Monday.
So I had never heard this before.
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 versions of this. The one I picked is my favorite.
Well, and I said that this sounded very 80s alternative.
It is very 80s alternative.
That's exactly what it sounded like. For me, as I heard this song, I visualized this song in a movie with a wedding or a graduation. So like the
people have used it for that.
Well, and so that's how I saw it. You know, it's like the final scene where the girl is waiting and the guy comes into the scene after he thought he was gone, but it's the triumphant return, and you know, come to take the girl away or take the guy away, whatever. That's really that was the visual this song gave me.
What I like best is they kind of use the bass as a guitar. That's a bass. He's just playing as high in the register as he can get. And it's just, oh my, I'm such a whore for a bass line.
Well, and I like this song. But I like New Order. So it doesn't shock me that I like this song.
Yeah. Not a surprise there. I kind of figured you'd dig this one. I was like, I don't know if he knows this song or not.
I did not.
Yeah. So this is definitely one the listeners need to get out there. And, I think they use it in Class. There's a new sort of comic booky series that this is the opening song to it. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. So the next one in the list is Kiss This Thing Goodbye by Del Amitri. It was released in 1989 on the album Waking Hours. This was a hit on the indie charts. It didn't go to number 1. It was number 3 in the UK and Ireland. This is a pop song that should have been on the pop radio stations over here. And honestly, when you listen to it, it sounds like Mumford & Sons to me. If you like Mumford & Sons, you're going to love Del Amitri.
Right.
It's just, they're 25 years early.
Sure. I capital LOVE love this song.
I kind of thought you might dig this one.
The next note I had was, LOL, the insane mullet and mutton chops on the singer.
I think I picked the video because I had that haircut.
I love the steel guitar harmonica on this. Yeah. Absolutely love it.
And the banjo. There's a banjo too.
This song would go on my playlist. I'm shocked I've never heard it.
Yeah. Well, I think this should have been played on the pop stations because I thought, man, this is great. I don't know why nobody else is listening to it.
Yeah, this was a great song. I love this one a lot.
Del Amitri, I believe they were actually a Scottish band, not an Irish band, but they played a lot on Irish radio because it sounds like like an Irish pop punk kind of band.
Liked it.
Yeah.
Liked it.
Yeah. So, dear listeners, go out there and check out Kiss This Thing Goodbye. It was a hit. It was a hit in England and Ireland, but not here. The next one on the list is See a Little Light by Bob Mould. And I will keep coming back to Bob Mould because I think he's highly underrated. Again, he was one of the songwriters and the guitar player and singer for Husker Du.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bob Mould is a genius, and we're not listening to him enough. Now, his stuff is kind of hard. There's a lot of really, really loud guitars in it, but his songwriting skills are they're amazing.
Well, on this one, I thought it was very rockabilly.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Interesting enough, this song was used in 13 Reasons Why.
I'm not surprised.
And that had a great first season, great music throughout the series. Wasn't as much a fan of seasons 2 and 3, but I needed to get through the story. But anyway, this song.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I don't think I'd put it in my playlist, but pretty good. Pretty good. And like I said, I knew it from 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah. It was released in 1988 on his first solo album called The Workbook. Now, he went away to Edina, Minnesota in this little house and recorded it. And edited it and everything else basically by himself. Mm-hmm. So he's basically playing everything on it. To me, it's definitive of what Bob Mould can do. Mm-hmm. Songwriting style. I would say I would like it to have been a little bit rockier. But yeah, it's a good one. It's with Bob Mould. I love Bob Mould.
Yeah.
He's just greatness. Oh, interesting thing about Bob Mould. He also wrote this song called Dog on Fire. If you ever watch The Daily Show, that's his song. The opening.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called Dog on Fire. And it's great. You listeners definitely need to check out Bob Mould's back catalog. Because again, some of it's fairly rocky with loud guitars, but
Yeah, I might give a little bit more into this one.
it's one of those ones that has to grow. A lot of his stuff is like that. You have to listen to it a couple of times. It's like, oh my God, this is just great. Because it's different. It's a grower, not a shower.
definitely was different. I'll agree with you.
All right, so the next one is not actually an indie recording. It is a major label.
Right.
However, the label that this band was on folded a month after this was released, so this never got released as a single.
Okay.
It was supposed to be released as a single, and it is Crystal Baller by the Third Eye Blind's 2003 album, Out of the Vein. I would say I like Third Eye Blind better when the original guitarist Kevin Cadigan was in them. I think he contributed to the songs a little more. This actually sounds like maybe the last contribution he had with them. But it starts kind of quiet and then it just rocks. There's just this hook is great. And it's Third Eye Blind at their best. And I don't think they ever got as good after this.
Well, and I wasn't a fan of this when it first started, but once the guitars kicked in,
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a really good song.
Oh yeah, that guitar, the two guitars is just incredible. Again, it was released on Elektra, and Elektra was absorbed by Atlantic, and they basically got dropped a month after this was released. So it's a shame. That's why I counted it as an indie song, because it was a major label, but the label went away.
I'm with you.
Stephen Jenkins said, the group was not a priority. Our record company ceased to exist the month the record was released, and this never got released as a single. You got to hear it quite a bit on The Edge and different indie radio stations, but it didn't play on the major radio like their last two albums did. So just kind of went away. It's sad. I think it should have got... I think it's better than some of the stuff on their first album. So yeah, give it a listen. All right, so the next one. This is the original recording of this song. This song was covered by Natalie Imbruglia. I always thought it was a great song, and I couldn't figure out how a pop person did a song like this. And that's when I heard the original version. It was like, oh, because a pop person didn't write this song. This is an indie band.
Yeah, I had no clue that it was a cover. None whatsoever. I thought it was a very haunting open.
Isn't it?
And I think I actually like this one better than
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, I like that song by Natalie Imbruglia, Torn. You should hear the original.
I love the guitar on this one way more.
Oh, yeah.
Way more. This was a very cool song.
And her vocals are so smoky. Yeah, the thing I like best about it is her vocals are so smoky. You know, you don't get a chance to hear that in the pop version. And if you've ever heard this thing live, she just basically screams in that smoky tone.
Yeah.
That nothing here used to lie. Everything has run dry.
This was a very cool version.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this one. I really did enjoy this.
Yeah, it's a good one. It was released in 1995 on their self-titled album, Edna Swap. And the name of the band is Edna Swap.
Right.
The next one is The Devil in Me by John Wesley Hart. They were introduced to me about the same time as another band, the Mighty Lemon Drops, because a friend of mine went to a Mighty Lemon Drops and a John Wesley Hart show and brought a tape recorder and recorded some of it. I'm not going to mention that person, so... But
you've actually mentioned that before.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But John Wesley Hardin was great. Again, I don't know why this didn't get major airplay. Because it's very hooky and poppy, and it's a fun song. What did you think of this one?
I thought it was an okay song, not great. I really like the guitar. In this one. But here's where this one took me. Elvis Costello crossed with Julian Lennon.
A little bit.
That's what this sounded like to me.
Yeah, all his stuff sounds like that.
Sure, and I could hear the both of them in that. So I'm not a huge Elvis Costello fan, so I know that's horrifying to a lot of people.
Me.
I like some of his stuff. I'm just not a huge fan of his.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Elvis Costello and Julian Lennon. Yep.
Right on. Yeah.
Yep. I like the guitars in this.
Good guitars. It's kind of hooky. You know, talking about human nature. It's like, hey, it's the devil in me. Well, no, it's not. You could be better.
Right.
Yeah. So, but it's a good hook. I'm kind of curious as to what the listeners think about John Wesley Hardin, because it's one of those things that this was released in 1990 on the album Here Comes the Groom. I think this is like a lot of other things at the time. 10 years later, you would have heard this all over the radio. I think this was
I could see that.
Yeah, it was ahead of its time. The next one is True Dreams of Wichita by Soul Coffin from their 1994 album Ruby Vroom. Let me say this about this particular band. They use an upright bass, which I love. Again, I'm a bit of a fan of good bass lines, and I think that's what a lot of these songs have in common. Super Bon Bon, which was, I don't know if it was on this album or the next album, and everybody listened to that, but this one just didn't get enough play, and I'm assuming it was big in Wichita because he talks about the city of Wichita. Mm-hmm. It's jazzy, it's funky, it's spoken word poetry. There's a little bit of hip hop in it. It's weird but cool.
I couldn't get into this one.
Really?
I got 2 minutes into the song and just nothing was hooking me.
Really? Not even that boom, boom.
No, it just was not hooking me. This one was probably this is my least favorite of what's on this list.
Really?
Yeah, I just couldn't get hooked on it.
Right on.
Nah.
The next one is Not an Addict by Kay's Choice. Now, this one became a radio hit like 5 years after it was released.
Really?
Yeah, because it was originally released in 1996's Paradise in Me, and it was big in Europe, but it didn't get big over here till like 99 and 2000.
Interesting.
I think it was in a movie, but I don't remember which movie it was in.
I could see that on this. This is the song I knew on this list.
Yeah, because I used to play it incessantly.
Well, I've always loved this song.
Yeah.
The song just gets better and better as it goes on.
Oh yeah.
It's it's about addiction. It's mainly about addiction with heroin, but the video is about all kinds of addictions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, addiction all over the place.
It's a very, very almost haunting video, but it
goes with the song though.
This is a beautiful song. Yeah. It's a great song.
Yeah. Oh, and the guitars on this are yeah. Like I said, the more as you go more and more and more into the song, this song gets better and better and better. This is a great one. This is a great one. I hadn't thought of this song in a while, and so I had to add this into my playlist. Oh yeah, this is a good one.
I love this one.
By Kay's Choice, 1996 is Paradise in Me. I think they're Dutch. Yes, I believe that's correct.
You're asking me?
I believe they're Dutch. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. They are not American, and I don't think English is their first language, but man, they can write songs in English. This one is great, and if you haven't heard this bad boy, listeners, you need to check this one out.
Okay, I have to go completely off topic. But you said something not in English, but can write English. Are you watching Squid Game?
No,
dude.
Okay, Donald keeps talking about Squid Game.
That's the best English dubbing I've ever seen.
Really?
It's if you're watching really carefully, you can see that the mouth is out of sync with what they're saying.
Yeah.
But it's so it is so the word is escaping me while I'm looking for here. The integration of the English dubbed voices over the actors' voices. I was amazed because normally on an English dubbed movie I'm gonna really notice and I really only notice it a few times throughout. I'm only through episode 1. I wanted to get through. I need to keep going. There's 9 episodes total. Watch it.
What's it about?
So, people who are in severe debt, one way or another, volunteer for this game. Think Hunger Games on steroids,
Like Running
kind
Man.
of, maybe.
Okay.
But so they actually volunteer for this game, and they have to play 6 games.
Okay.
Whoever makes it through all 6 games wins, quote unquote, a bounty of money or a fabulous amount. We don't know yet. Well,
Yeah.
I think we find out in episode 2. So basically, the first game they go to is red light, green light.
Okay.
There's a big, huge, I don't know, 10, 12 foot tall doll that turns her head around and says green light, and you run. And when she turns her head around and says red light, you have to stop.
Okay.
Whoever crosses the finish line in 5 minutes
Yeah.
goes
Like
on
a
to
red
the
light,
next
green
round.
light at the skating rink.
Right.
In.
So everybody's very confused, and they're like, this is a children's game. This is weird.
Yeah.
So they start off, and the little doll says, green light, and they all start running, turns around, red light, and there's a guy who kind of moves like this, is shot and killed.
Oh, no.
And then this keeps going. The slightest movement, you die.
Oh, wow.
And the game is being run by these hooded, masked people who wish to remain anonymous, and
Okay, this sounds kind of creepy.
it's very creepy. It's really, really creepy. But I was so enthralled into it. If it hadn't been so late last night, I'd have continued on. So
Right on.
sorry, I'm so sorry to tail away from this, but you mentioned
No.
English.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Yeah, because I know Donald was talking about this quite a bit, and I was just like, I don't know, what is Squid Game?
yeah.
Because I was thinking it was a game show.
It kind of is.
Okay, yeah, but it's about a game show.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's
So-
scripted.
but it's Korean.
Okay.
And it's English dubbed.
Okay.
So I actually that's one of the few times I actually ended up turning off the subtitles. If you turn off the subtitles, because the subtitles will throw you off, because the things that they say in English, the subtitles are picking up the Korean, and it doesn't translate properly.
Right on.
So I ended up turning off the
Yeah,
subtitles.
the subtitles are a little different.
Yeah.
That kind of bugs me. I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah, so I would turn off the subtitles for that. So sorry to go away from the tangent. That reminded me of that.
That's okay.
Back to Case Choice.
Case Choice. Yeah, so let's kind of talk about Case Choice. They're they're a European band. They've been around for a long time. Still producing, still doing stuff. I have not heard a lot out of them since this.
This is the only song of theirs I know.
They've got some other stuff. I don't think anything that they've released over here is as good. But maybe something to look into. Maybe I could find some other Case Choice for another one of these episodes. Indie songs you need to have in your playlist. The next one is "Son of Three" by the Breeders, off their 2002 album titled TK. This album was overlooked because it took too long to make, about 10 years. And right after the release, Kim Deal went back to the Pixies. So this is Kim and Kelly Deal's band, The Breeders. Twin sisters. Kim Deal was in the Pixies, and then she started The Breeders with Tanya Donnelly, and then she brought her sister
Makes
in.
sense why you like this one.
Oh yeah, it's Kim Deal of the Pixies. She was kind of an indie crush going way back. Just had a thing for Kim Deal. I don't know what it is. It's because she plays the bass and she's really good at it.
Well, this wasn't my favorite on the list, but it was pretty good. I thought this song could have easily been on the PCU soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
That's what I saw in this one.
yeah. Well, I think when they originally wrote it, it was about that time because it took them 10 years to make it.
Maybe.
Kim and Kelly both had some issues with substance abuse. So they would quit for a little while. And during the interim, Kelly formed a band and released a couple of singles, which got major indie airplay, and so did Kim. And they finally got it together to release this album. That's why they named it titled TK. That's just like it's a parlance. When you say something titled TK, it's a placeholder for when you're going to name a song something else. So that's what they named this album. And then again, she went back to the Pixies like a year later. So this one did not get enough play. I like the song. I think it's one of the best Breeder songs out there. Even better than Cannonball, which was huge.
I don't know that one either.
You don't know Cannonball?
I mean, maybe, but off the top of my head, no.
I need to put that in the list. I think you may know that one. It's been played a lot.
Okay.
And the last one is a more recent song. It's by a band called The Trip, or Still Corners. It's called The Trip. off of the 2013 Strange Pleasures album. This is just awesome. It's mood music. These guys are I believe, out of Austin. And they just do this weird, moody, kind of musical, haunting lyrics, kind of. It's just, honestly, I like this as background music. I can listen to Still Corners a lot, just having them on in the background. So, what did you think about this one?
So, am I going to disappoint you with this one?
I don't know.
It had a great open, almost sci-fi.
Yeah, very. The album cover is a sci-fi album cover. It's a bunch of woodies with surfboards on them, sitting on an alien planet.
And then I was like, wow, a minute 46 into the open and there's no lyrics. I was really, I thought it was really wild how
There's a
long
big old
that
lead up. Yeah.
Yeah. I really, really got into this song.
So many miles.
The lyrics did not disappoint at all.
Yeah, it just took a while to get to them.
But I don't care.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I actually had to turn around immediately after listening to this one and listen to Texas Sun by Khruangbin and Leon Bridges. There's a lot of similarities between the two, and I'm wondering if maybe they
collaborated
or got some from here. There's really a lot of similarities because I really love Texas Sun. I cannot stress this enough. I love this song.
Okay.
I have listened to this song every day since I heard it.
Yeah.
I listen to it every morning. I listen to it every night. I like this one a ton.
Really?
I cannot say enough.
Really? You like Still Corners?
How much yes.
Have you heard any of their other stuff?
Yes. I actually was going to tell anyone else who likes this one, listen to The Message, Berlin Lovers. I thought that really had a keyboard guitar from the 80s. Really just the entire Strange Pleasures album.
Yeah, this is really good.
That album is great. This band would have been huge in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to dig into a lot more of their music because I've really enjoyed these.
Yeah, it's all pretty groovy.
I did say they made me think of Maisie Starr's Fade Into You on this song.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of Maisie Starr kind of...
Which I love that song. Really, honestly, what a great song to end this list with. I went on to read comments of the song and lots of other things about it. There were lots of people saying this song helped them with their anxiety or just to help escape the world for a while, drift into the song, make them realize everything's going to be all right. I've done that.
Yeah.
And times I felt really kind of stressed. I've popped that song on. Close my eyes. One of the things I have to stop doing because another thing, this song would be great on a road trip because that's exactly what
but you don't want to close your eyes when you're driving.
And I did. I was listening to it once. I just kind of, because I was just getting into it so much, I just kind of closed my eyes like, wait a minute, I'm driving. I really could see from this song how this would really kind of calm you down and everything.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people that really were thanking this group for helping them with their anxiety because I can see how it was. This song, I can't say enough how much I love this song. I'm telling you, every single day since this playlist, I have listened to it and listened to it and listened. The other night I was doing dishes and I played it and the song ended and I started it again and it got me all the way through my dishes.
Nice.
So, because it's a 6.5 minute song.
They go a little long.
15, but it's great.
Yeah.
No, this was phenomenal.
Yeah.
This was really phenomenal. I mean, overall, I really thought this was a great list. I was excited to talk about this list because out of 10 of them, there was only 3 that I could give a pass to, but the other 7 were really, really good.
So Soul Coffin, True Dreams of Wichita. I'm just the ones that you passed on.
Bob Mould was kind of, I wouldn't add it to my list. Third Eye Blind, I wasn't a real big fan of. And
Soul Coffin.
Yeah, those
True
were
Dreams of Wichita.
Those were the only 3 that I really kind of gave a pass on. And I mean, you did a great job with this. Son of a bitch, did I like that last song. I really did. I mean,
Still Corners is badass.
I hear it in my song. In my song. I hear it in my song all the time. I hear it in my head all the time. I can't get over how beautiful that song is.
I want to say,
I'm going to listen to more of this group.
I want to say that Robin that we used to work with turned me on to that.
Really?
Like, Still Corners. You check him out. We talked about music a lot.
Yeah, that beautiful, great job.
Nice.
Good job. I
you,
think that was a very, very, very good list.
And like I said, we're going to release another one of these with a completely different list. Episode 24, I believe.
Yeah, I think November 14th is what we said.
November 14th. So yeah.
No,
And I would like some suggestions. Now you can hit that list from the link. Now you can't go and make changes to it, but you can add comments, things like that. I want to hear it. If you guys have some ideas, I'd like to listen to some of this other stuff.
Absolutely. I'd love doing this. I mean,
because I want to get stuff out there. It's like, hey, everybody missed this song. We need to check it out.
Well, or not even just missed. I mean, I wouldn't mind if some listeners put a top 10 list together of songs that are their favorites, and they would like us to cover and see how we think about it.
Oh yeah.
There's very few music genres I will not listen to. I don't like hardcore gangster rap.
Yeah.
But there are some rap I like. Soul, blues, rock, pop, country,
fusion
jazz.
stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I'll listen to any of it.
Yeah.
And if you want, we'll tell you our opinion of your top 10 list.
That's right.
Happy to do. We do. That could be bonus episodes. Maybe that's something that we offer our patrons.
Oh yes.
Bonus episodes of indie lists if they want it. But so great list. I enjoyed list. Thank you for this list. I enjoyed it.
Welcome.
I got several things to add into mine, including the whole what was it? Strange the
Still Corners?
Strange Pleasures album.
Yeah.
Got the whole album in my playlist now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty groovy.
Added that and the whole album to Xanadu in the same day. So
Xanadu. Are you going to do an episode on Olivia Newton-John and Xanadu?
Probably.
Nice.
Probably. We'll see.
Right on.
We'll see how that goes.
Right
on. So great finishing up of a bonus episode of Nerdery.
Thank you. Bonus nerdery.
No murdery.
That's right. Well,
so you'll get our regular episode on Sunday as usual.
Yes.
This will be a bonus during the week.
Just a little extra. And we'd like to don't forget to go ahead and hit our website. It's got a lot of contact information, ways you can reach us. You can even comment on that YouTube playlist as well. Give us some updates. Tell us what you think. Tell us if you like them. Give us some suggestions because we will keep doing more of these because we enjoy this.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun.
And if you would like to support us on our Patreon, you can go ahead and do that on our website as well.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. Nerderymurdery.com.
Yeah, we do appreciate our patrons. They do help us with our costs because it does cost to do this,
yes.
and it helps out. Every little bit helps.
Yes.
Maybe you're just buying us a cup of coffee, which that's actually a different patron site.
Yeah.
Buy me a cup of coffee. That's one. Help us with that as we do this because we do love doing this. We love bringing our content out. We do get a lot of good comments. People seem to really look forward to release day.
Yeah.
So I think this will be great that we're going to do some back-to-back bonus episodes that people
bonus. Get. Yes.
So
with that, I have been Zig with your nerdery.
And I'm Jeffrey with Not Your Murdery.
Cue the music.